Okay, good day everybody. Nice to have you here. I was just looking up. You can see there in one picture there is our sun, and to the right there is our moon. It looks like it's about to be a new, is it called new moon in English? So we're actually at the Beijing capital airport, and look, I just got this plane, everybody. Just got this beautiful plane. It's the PA-44. It is available through the Microsoft Flight Simulator marketplace, and I have loaded it up once, but I did not actually try anything out except opening the doors and turning on 4 little white knobs. So I was actually thinking of trying it out now, and maybe see if we can find the Great Wall of China. It should be to the north of here, so well, since the wall is that great, that should not prove too difficult. That's my reasoning, at least. So, well, let's just go ahead and enter the aircraft here. There you go. Let's scoot over to the correct side there and just close the door. Okay, close this little window as well. So this is a slightly different type of aircraft than I usually fly in. It appears to have a checklist or some menu at least, so we'll have a look at that later. For me, the big difference is that I can spot like immediately is like there's 2 mixture levers, and then we also have the propeller RPM and the throttle as separate. So no real basic idea of what the philosophy is behind these types of throttle quadrants, but I'm fairly confident that you know, I will get it done just by intuition. So first of all, let's orient ourselves a little bit. So we already found the throttle quadrant, we found the doorknob, and we found the tablet here. Earlier, as I said, I flicked on some lights. That were these 4 here. So we got the landing lights, nav lights, the strobe lights, recognition. Here's a radio master. What is this? Night, dim, day, FDAP master, FD off, or flight directory probably, not really sure. We got some blower, fan, the Python heat. It's probably just some aircraft ventilation, like when you're getting hot or cold. Heater, yeah, flight operation, leave air intake open for 15 seconds after switching off. Ground operation, switch to fan for 2 minutes before switching off. Okay, well, I don't think we're gonna be using that. It looks like a very nice day, actually. What do we have here? Force here, north, east, west, south. That does not make immediate sense just yet. It is all the bearings, so no more than 360. But I'm not really sure what the application of this should actually encompass. But no worries about that. I think here should be, yeah, it's the temperature thingy. So what is the temperature? You're not telling me it's like minus anything. But you don't know. I mean, we're in China. It is clear sky. You know, maybe we could have a look real quick. If we just look up the meter for current airport, It should be about 17 degrees. Well, let me just verify. It is temperature 17 degrees and the wind 4 knots coming from the east southeast. So, okay. Well, now we know that. So what else do we have? You can beatbox here with the talk box. So that looks really cool. I do love this wooden hand grip there. It's really cool looking. Airplane actually looks nice too. Some nice scratches there and everything. It is almost like it's sort of the new standard for when the community and professional developers come up with aircraft modifications or actually new aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think it's something that you see a lot more often these days, and which is actually a very good thing, if you ask. It's sort of, you know, the imperfection makes it a little more perfect, if you understand where I'm coming from. So let's have another look here. Carb heat, cowl flaps. Okay, so this thing has cowl flaps. I do not have very much experience with those. I do believe that during the flight you can close them, so to have the less airflow inside of the engine, and the engine will then reach its optimum operating temperature slightly more easy. And so for ground operations, usually I think they should be open, so some cooling can come in, but you know, I just might be selling complete nonsense here. So we have the radio stack. Maybe it's time we turn this thing on. Let's have a quick look here. We've got some warning lights for the all altitude. Oh, this is low bus heater over temperature, overheat perhaps, yeah. Can test, but we got no power, so there will be nothing. Gear warning, mute. So there's a mute button. Warning gear on say. Oh, that would never be good. Probably this goes flashing whenever each time you retract the gear or you lower the gear. We got the horizontal display indicator, airspeed. So we got the altimeter, we got the vertical speed monitor, we got the compass, and with the heading bug, and it looks like we got the course setting. Here we have, this should be the ADF, I believe, automatic, direction finder, and with this one, with the LBS, this should be your nav. You can dial in your nav for the VOR. What else? We got systems telling us there's a left fuel tank and there's a right fuel tank, and that there's a left fuel pressure that can be measured. Same goes for the right fuel pressure, of course. Left and right amperes, I think. So this should be the readout for the electrical juice. Look, you can plug your guitar in here. Actually, this obviously is an output. Now this is an input, so we just take this out maybe and put a guitar in, and we start playing guitar for the air traffic control. What do you say? So we got battery master, alternator left and right. It is magneto. Not sure if you should take off this safeguard there. Could be. There's a start left, start right. This is a primer. Oh, this is slightly more complicated than what I'm usually used to. We got a parking brake. Well, let's just keep that on for now. What else do we have? Cylinder head temperature settings, left oil temperature and right oil temperature settings. oil pressure, or not settings actually, it's monitors. We got the fuel pumps that we can engage. Emergency gear, I hope this one works. Usually I don't think they go through the trouble, or it could actually be a problem or an issue or an limitation of the current Microsoft developers kit or something like that. I do not really know what I'm talking about in great detail, but yes, so this is the gear lever. It's always good to know where to find that. Exhaust gas temperature. I think it is to see how hot the air probably coming out of the engines is, but again, I cannot tell you for sure. I'm not even a real pilot. I'm not even a real person. So there's the RPM, manifold pressure. We already covered the altimeter. So when we go to the radio stack, it's equipped with a GPS system, and it's a Garmin. The radio stack, you can choose your nav 1, nav 2, ADF, and obviously here you're gonna dial in all the this is the ADF, and probably on nav 1 and nav 2. I'm not really sure. We'll see this later when you switch it on. I think this is actually the same, but then I don't know. Could probably serve as a backup, or you just use this to program this. But I think you should actually be able to use this here. So we'll just see this when we power it on. We got all the fuses here. Usually in the simulator they will not be to be interacted with, which looks to be the case in this case as well. But sure, no problem there. So what else do we have? Should cover about the most of it. We got some flight controls here. Oh, let's not do this. Is this now the... no, this cannot be the trim. Can it? Well, this should actually be the trim. There's the flap lever. It looks kind of familiar in that spot there. So let's look up. Is there anything else right above our heads? Oh look, we got some light. That appears to be working. This door latch does not actually work. I did notice one other thing. In the sun screens there is there's actually some information. Fuel and power chart. For now I'm just gonna know that if I need to confuse myself, I know where to do it. I see actually there's a takeoff checklist. That's pretty nifty. Fuel selectors on. Takeoff check. Ah, it's just for takeoff. Okay, so you make sure the fuel selectors on, electric fuel pump is on, alternators are on. Engine gauges are checked, mixture set, propeller set, carb heat off, cowl flap set, seat backs erect, flap set, trim set, stabilizer and rudder, controls free, full travel, doors latched, air conditioner off. Note to maintain constant power at approximately 1% of manifold pressure for each 6% above standard. Subtract approximately 1% for each 6 degrees Celsius below standard. Well, let's just get rid of this for now. See some nice little detail actually there on the window. Let's look at that. Yeah, this looks really nice. I like it. Yes, I definitely like it. It's also a little bit dirty. I think it's a very charming detail. It, let's say, just adds to the immersion, if you will. So yeah, what else can we find? I think that should actually be it. There's also some room in the back if you want. You can actually go and sit here. 200 pounds, no heavy objects on the head shelf, but we could put hats here as long as they do not weigh, well, as long as they're not heavy. This is nice, looks like it's seen better days. This is a little bit blurry. It is upside down, but probably because you can actually open this, look, and then can we go out, or do we just go through? Did I just crash? No. And then when you use it, actually when you're outside, I need to go down. I don't feel like crouching, I'm sorry. So can we put it back? Oh, it looks like I'm still gonna have to crouch. Only to click this thing, or maybe not. Okay, so that's closed. Let's go jump back into our pilot seat here. Anything here? I believe this door was not able to open. Well, it should be about the most of it. Pull close. Call flap left to right. Push open. Pull close. Okay, so now that I believe we covered about every little button. What's here? We got the switch lights, panel lights. It's also always nice. These should be the gear lights. Okay. Look, the airplane is 0 hours, no maintenance. One would think this would be brand new, but if you look at it, it does not look brand new. If this would come out of the factory, I would definitely ask for at least a 45% discount. But hey, that's me. Any armrests in this type of plane? No, probably not. No. Okay, so well, we shall see if we can start this thing up. Let us explore on this little tablet as well. These items only work if the plane is stopped on the ground, all systems, engines off, and the parking brake is set. And there is a next button and there is a back button, so that's from left to right. So we got some options. Static elements. Well, what would static elements mean? Well, probably off is better. External power is off. Would actually be nice, maybe, but no. Let's just do it. Let's just run let the battery run right. Tow bar is off. Pilot show or hide. Okay, so we can show a pilot and the co-pilot. It's probably gonna be sounds like fun. Pilot door open close. It is grayed out. Co-pilot open close, and then you hear the door there. So if you're too lazy to reach over there, then yeah, you just use the little button. Baggage door, we just saw that. So next, G750 on off. This is a third party add-on. You must download and install it in order to operate it. Get it from blah. It is no installed. It says here it is no installed. So take good notice, everybody. No installed. Okay, so we go next. Startup options. Select your option and click done to activate. I'm not really sure I want to. No, we're going to do it. I like that. Let's see, cold and dark cockpit. Ready for taxi. Oh, okay, but no, we're just going to do this ourselves. Takeoff checklist. Look, here's there's only takeoff checklist. A few selectors on. We saw that. Air conditioner. Landing checklist. Okay, and that's actually the final page, so let's just sit on this for now. Is there also a way to get rid? Yes, there is a way to get rid of the tablet, and this is the way to get it back. Well, that's also good to know then. Okay, that's enough for me for now. Just can we get this yoke out of the way? No funny yokes today. And let's see if we can actually start up this plane. Just stand by 1 second, because the previous stream I got a friend who came and joined, and I was actually unable to see the chat because I do not get any notification and started googling, and then obviously there was this bright person, and they said, well, you could just if you just open the stream yourself in your tablet or your telephone, then you can just do that and just select the chat. So that is exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm sorry, I should have perhaps done this before and not keep you all waiting, because I know you all have a very busy life, and time is money, and nobody has money. Everybody has time. Okay, we're going to start this thing now. We got battery master on. Okay, so we got some testing sounds, lights that come up, see if they actually work. Not sure if you should actually press them. I don't think you can press them. These are just to let you know. The airplane's coming to life. You can actually hear. That's pretty good. You can see the amperes have actually gained now. So this is indicating that we have got some internal power going on here. Well, that seems to be good. Okay, so let's just carry on. Alternator, I think they can go on now. And then the fuel pump, number 1, number 2, they go on. And landing lights, let's just go ahead. Landing, nav lights, strobe light, recognition light, radio master. So now you turn on the radio. Okay, that's a master switch for the whole radio section. What did we have here? Oh, this you cannot click. This you can. Not really sure what this is. Flight director probably. And this is not clickable. It has no printing on it as well. This I believe was just the heater and everything. Oh, the Python heat. Well, let's just try without for now. So just a quick recap of what we just did. Provided power. The alternator, I believe it's also power related, not really sure. And we got the fuel pump. So all we need now is the mixture. So let's put the mixture for engine number 2. Let's start with engine number 2, put the mixture all the way up. And I believe actually all we have to do now, let's clear that little light first. I think actually all we have to do now is provide some spark. Not really sure what the combination is with regards to the primer. I am going to start it first by clicking. Hold it a couple of seconds. No, it's not doing anything. So now what we do, click the primer. No, that's not going to work either. We hold the primer a little longer. That seems to be possible, and then hold the button to the right. No, that's not doing anything. Okay, not really sure if this airplane requires to have a little bit of throttle, so I am actually going to try that. First we click the right starting button. No, that is not working. The oil wants to come there, you can see that here. So do the primer again. That's not working. So what I'm going to do now is maybe press the start and then do the primer. So start primer. No, it's just making a fool out of myself. Let's have some switch lights actually, some panel lights, even though it's broad daylight. So here we are, grounded. We're not going anywhere. can we see what this is? Magneto. Yeah, probably they actually need to be on then. So it is like usually you have this key and it goes through these different thingies, but in this case it is more like you can click them separately. And we have magneto right. We have that twice, so it's a little confusing. There is some text there. Can we get up close? Alternate static source, all cabin vents and storm window must be closed. Heater, defroster must be on, pull F to open. I have no idea what I just read. Well, let's just see what happens if we click magneto right. Do we have to click this as well? Let's just do this methodically. Primer maybe first and then start. No, I have no real idea what the primer actually does in real life. Start the primer. No, that's not it. Let's try the second magneto as well. No, that's not doing anything. Primer and the starter. So we got both the right magneto buttons that were sitting under the safety guards there. So it looks like we're not going anywhere. We got fuel. Let's just have a look. Excuse me, we got oil pressure. Oil temperature obviously is nothing now. Oil pressure wants to come up. Let's have a look here. See, it's trying to do something. Maybe let's just. Okay, so now imagine there's all these hordes of zombies coming, and they're banging against the windows. Now we just need to figure this out and get the hell out of here. Now what I'm thinking, whenever I let go or this button stops, this oil pressure, so there actually is some oil flow. Maybe then use the primer. I really have no clue. I'm being very honest. And no, that would not make sense actually. Let's go ahead and flick it all on. Are we missing anything here perhaps? Carb heat. Let's just do what every good pilot do. And that is click random buttons. Nope, nothing. Do the little primer wearing. No, nothing again. Some more throttle perhaps. No, it is not convinced. Just let's put that back a little bit. Mixture is full. Just going for both engines now actually. Are there any other options to get this thing started now? Cowl flaps. Come on, cowl flap, okay. And can we see anything? Not really sure where these cowl flaps are supposed to be. Oh, it's probably these there. Looks right. Let's just leave them open for now. I cannot imagine it to be actually a big problem. It's probably even better. So, what are we missing? What are we missing? Besides knowledge and perhaps of technical insight. Parking brake not yet. Fuel pump is activated. No, time did not make any difference. Left engine make no difference. Primer, left engine, but actually we tried this like 50 times already. Just for now, close these safeguards. Not really sure if this is a bad configuration or actually precisely what we are supposed to do. Let's think. I do not believe there was a I think there is no startup checklist, was there? There is takeoff checklist, fuel selectors. Startup. Ready for taxi. Ready for takeoff. Cold and dark. Oh no, looks like we ran out of electricity maybe. You think the battery might be drained? Not really sure. Something is not all too happy. Yes. So now we actually will require some of the ground power. I think that was external power on. Okay, so we got external power now. So at least we won't freeze to death. This looks really messed up. Carburetor heat. I have no clue, on or off. Cow flap. I actually am deciding to leave those open. And on this end, don't think we really will be needing anything. So far, this is proving to be a very interesting experience. Let's battery off. Fuel pump. Oh, fuel pump. We go off. We go home, everybody. This is it. We're not going to fly. You think maybe the RPM should be sitting here? We have not tried, of course, so we could still try that. Yes, the radio is now off, obviously. Okay, so battery master on. The alternators. The fuel pumps. Mixture to rich. So now the RPMs are oh, this looks like it's a reverse feather. Yeah, not really sure. Let's just keep them here somewhere in the beginning. So can we just go ahead and start? Try to start? No, we cannot. What are we missing? I do notice when I click the right start button, nothing's happening at all. So maybe let's try magneto right. No, that's not it. What did I forget to maybe switch on back on? This actually still has no power. Or did I? Oh yes, I turned it off. But even now when I turn it on, it looks like nothing is happening, there's no lights. Which is a little bit strange because we should be sitting on external power now. So a look outside. Actually appears to be external power. It's pretty nice, this looks nice. So what we could do now, since we are lost and helpless, is click the configuration where it's cold and dark, done, and it looks like then it reset everything. So at least we can try to mess things up again. Although, not really sure. No, this is confusing. What are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing? Cold and dark cockpit, selected and done. Oh, there you go. This sounds, wow, this sounds like, okay, it's a kill switch. Okay, that's at least that's the same starting point as we had earlier. Time is still going there. So let's see if we can go through this again. Battery master for the internal power. I don't know if you actually have to wait now for the system to provide itself with the electric juice, or can we just carry on? So left and right alternator go on. Fuel pumps, they both go on. I actually still believe that the mixture should be full. So anyone who's looking and who knows exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, they must be having a good time. Look at this, people. Look at this. We missed this completely. Left engine, right engine, fuel is off. You have the cross feed and you have the engine select. There you go, look at that. This should all work out fine now, because now there should actually be engine, there should be gas. So let's have a look. Fuel pump, they are on. Let's go ahead and try engine number 2. It is doing nothing at all. Primer does something, but the engine button does not do anything. We tried this earlier. Just going to do it. No, it's as silent. It's as silent as well, like what? Turn on some lights, just because we can. Radio masters. This is strange because earlier this was actually all on. One would think that perhaps the battery is drained, but then again, what I said, I think we should now have the external power that is on. They only work when the plane is stopped on the ground, all systems, engines off, and parking brake set. Whoa. Okay. Well, not sure if all engines are, if all systems are off. But they should be off now. Not sure if fuel pumps count as a system or the mixture. I actually do not believe so. This all go off. Everything off, off, off. Let's just open the window for now. All of these go off. People, this is a mystery. So I really think everything should be off, so let's just go ahead and try external power on. It looks like you should be able to turn the external power on from inside the airplane as well. But not sure if there's a button that I missed besides some brain cells. We're just going to bash our heads in again by simply repeating all these things. Battery master fuel pump. Let's fuel on or off. Yeah, it looks like they should just actually be on. Well, at least not off. I'm not sure they should be both on, or you select one or two. It isn't, you know, it has two engines, so probably each has their own tank, so they should probably just both be on then. That would appear to be some logic reasoning there. So let's again blunder blindly forward, as Captain Picard said. Some throttle, because I'm stubborn, like that. Fuel pumps on, magneto left and right, they are not. I'm just going to go ahead and turn them all on again. What if we start without the alternators? Probably as stupid as I thought. Alternators on. This does not look good. I should be so ashamed to start this thing in the live stream. But on the other hand, I should have balls as big as China wall as well, to make a publicly display of incompetence in the way that I'm doing now. These do not go on anymore, and it bothered me. It just, I don't know, but it bothered me, because earlier they did go on. They could have run the battery dry, but we should have external. Is there anything hidden? Anything else? You could always light the plane on fire and then extinguish. You think it wants to be in crossfeed when you start it? But it was actually not earlier. It was actually trying to start and it didn't. But at least it made some sound, like the engines going cluck cluck cluck. But then, you know, they did not go. You know what I am? At a loss. That is what I am. And not just any loss, I am at a total loss. And you know, like, I really like to learn, so I do not really want to press the cheat button there. Let's just go and see if it can seduce me. See, they're ready for taxi. But you know that what is the fun in that? It is so much more satisfying when you actually start up the plane and you're like, oh really, was it that simple? And then you know that's okay. Oh, I will remember for next time then. This was no information here besides the takeoff checklist. We can see if we can get some kind of inspiration. Oh, let's just look here again. From this, few selectors should be on. Okay, so they are on. Electric fuel pump should be on. Let's get rid of the yoke for now. Electric fuel pump, that's these two, they are on. Does this only toggle or can I also keep it? No, I cannot keep it halfway. Alternators on. Check. Engine gauges checked. Which engine gauges? Which engine gauges? And do not say, well, the plane only has one or two. You know, like I'm getting smart with myself. Okay, engine gauges checked. Well, do not really know. Mixtures are set. The propellers are set. Carb heat off. I think push open, pull close. These carb heaters are off. The cowl flaps are set. So I am actually going to push the cowl flaps open here. Can I reach over there? Do I really have to do acrobat? Okay. What else? What else was there? The flaps, wait, the seat backs should be erect. Flaps set. Oh, so we can just go ahead and flaps 1. But it has no influence. It will not affect the engine. Trim should be set. We're doing that later. Control should be free. Full travel. Doors latched. Air conditioner off. Perhaps there is a checklist inside of the sim. Probably should have tried this within the very first minute. Oh look, it actually does not appear to be loading. Yes, I knew. Oh, yes, I knew. Oh no, I knew that already. Yes, I knew that already. Okay, so start will do nothing. We are screwed. I tell you, we're completely screwed. We're stuck here. We will not be going anywhere today. So, quick recap. Probably need to go back to the study material. This is all off. That is strange. Something should be able to see, right? When we have some. It looks like you think the battery could be drained now. I do not understand. Do the amps here will it drop? Because earlier we actually did get them to like 80 or something. But yeah, it does not appear to do so now. Okay, I'm so sorry. I would have loved to fly to the Great Wall of China. What can we do? At least have a compass? It is probably not working. What are the odds that we will be sitting facing east, north like this? But of course you never know. Let's just leave the airplane. Maybe actually for fun. Let's just walk around this wing and visit the little ground power units. I cannot imagine that it is clickable, but who knows? What if it is? That would actually be quite interesting. So there's a huge ass cable, two big plugs. And obviously nothing is clickable. But it does look good, I tell you that. There's nothing else up here, was there? Just some lighting. If I now click cold status again, it reset something, but not everything. Oh, there you go. Clicked another time. Door close. Little window close. So one would think that the cold start, if the battery was drained, that the battery should now no longer be drained. But maybe the battery wasn't even drained. I'm not experienced enough. I'm going to try one more time. If it doesn't work, then we have a no-go for takeoff today. Fuel pump and the fuel selector, they both go into the on position. Rich to the mixture. Drop RPM. And put them, I don't know, sort of halfway. And a little throttle, just in case. In the moment of truth for the radio master. No, I do really not understand. So it's not gonna make the sound, that's what I expected. And also not when these are turned on. Battery master off. No, okay, so that's it. So we're not going to fly just yet. So sorry to waste your time, everybody. Although I do appreciate you checking, especially for the ones of you who actually sat and watched throughout the whole thing. But it's probably gonna be 0.001% of well, I don't know of what, but of nothing actually. So let's just have a look at the airplane and say goodbye, because we're not flying. There is the sun again, and there is the moon again, both together in one view. That's always a good sight. Always loved it. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to leave you people now. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I would have been your pilot today, but I will definitely be your pilot again at some stage in the future, so thank you for joining in. This is 55 minutes of your life you will never get back. So I hope at least you had some fun. Okay, be kind to one another, and let's see each other when I've gained a little more wisdom. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.